What is up, guys? It is Team Tonight here. It's today. Welcome back to another TM Talks, where I talk about stuff. And before I start the TM Talks, smash that like button down below. It really does get the channel out there. And yeah, let's get into today's topic. Today, I'm gonna be giving you a little recap of what went down at E3 2016. I'm gonna be giving you my thoughts and opinions of each and every conference. So let's get right to it. And we're going to be starting with EA's E3 conference. Now, it was overall pretty boring. They talked a lot about sports, which really I can care less about sports games. So yeah, however, they did show like Titanfall 2, which is also like coming to PS4. So yeah, I might give that a try. Sports. They talk about FIFA, Madden, it's freaking EA. Like, you can't have an EA conference without sports in it. And so, yeah, and the highlight of the show, in my opinion, was Battlefield 1. It looks really, really good. I still don't think, it's a COD rip. They're both different games. But honestly, I might pick it up. Like, I was impressed. So, yeah. And next conference on the list is Bethesda. Sorry if I butchered that. So, yeah, I didn't really tune in that much into Bethesda because I kind of don't care. Don't hate me in the comment section. It's just that, I played Fallout 4. I loved it, but it's like I'm not really into Bethesda that much. But, yeah, when I tuned in, they were talking about, like, the Fallout 4 DLC, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not going to get it, though. But what really got me was the Skyrim for PS4. The Skyrim, I think it was remastered. I really don't remember. But yeah, Skyrim Special Edition for PS4. That caught my eye. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Yes. Because I did play Skyrim, a couple of years back. And I loved it. So yeah. And then they started talking about Doom, which I still need to get. I really want to get Doom. It looks really, really fun. And yeah. So next conference is Microsoft. Now, first thing, I was still in school when the Microsoft conference started, so I really didn't get to see it. I only got to see like tweets about it, but this is what I got out of it. Gears of War. I heard Gears of War was a pretty good series. I did play it on like my cousin's Xbox. And yeah. And Tekken 7, Halo Wars 2, the Xbox One S, and Project Scorpio. I really can't like give my overall thoughts. These just sound cool. Tekken 7 does sound good. It's like a fighting game. Halo Wars 2, Halo, I kind of gone away with Halo. Like, I used to be a Halo fan, but Xbox One S, it's cheaper, and I know some people that still want to get either like an Xbox One or PS4, and it's only like $300, I believe. And like a bigger hard drive, so I'm like, ooh, that looks pretty nice. And Project Scorpio, which I'm pretty sure is the new Xbox that's coming in a few years. I can't believe we're already to the next generation of console. It kind of blows my mind. It's like, time definitely goes by fast. You gotta live slow. And onto the Ubisoft conference. Now, the first game, that caught my attention was South Park: The Fractured But Whole. You really gotta love South Park, and they're really funny games. And I never really played South Park: The Stick of Truth. Again, don't hate me in the comments section. But yeah, but if they said if you pre-order South Park: The Fractured But Whole, you do get the Stick of Truth, which I'm probably gonna end up getting. I just need to get the money because money is kind of tight right now. So yeah. And Eagle Flight, which is a VR game. Now the VR games look pretty interesting, I gotta say. But yeah, I also know Eagle Flight was also in like the last year's E3, I believe. So yeah, like last year's E3, they also showed some gameplay of Eagle Flight. So yeah. The Trials of the Blood Dragon. Now, its entrance was really cringy, and the gameplay trailer was kind of cringy, but I'm gonna pick it up. Probably gonna like buy it when it's like pre-owned at GameStop, because I like the Trials games. It's a racing game. I played Trials HD on my Xbox 360, and I liked it. And I bought Trials Fusion, which came out on the PS4, and I liked it. So I might get Trials of the Blood Dragon, So yeah, and Grow Up, which is a sequel to Grow Home, which was a free PS Plus game on the PS4 a while back. And yeah, like, it was nice seeing that. I didn't really like Grow Home. It was, I don't know, it was kind of weird for me. I didn't really like it. So I probably won't pick it up. I'll pick it up if it's a free PS Plus game. But yeah, I'm not going to put money in it. And last but not least, from the Ubisoft conference, Watch Dogs 2. So yeah, it looks pretty good, And yeah, and last conference on the list, Sony. Okay. Okay, now, this is where I get really into detail because, like, it's freaking Sony. So yeah, so they started out with some, like, orchestra music, and I was like, ooh, this is mysterious. They never did this before. And, like, a few minutes into that, they showed off the new God of War game, and I was just like, oh my god, a new God of War. I'm definitely going to be picking it up. I like the God of War series on the PS3. So yeah, it's supposed to be like a reimagining remake. It's not like a God of War 4. But yeah. And then they showed off this little biker gang zombies game called Days Gone, which again I'm probably going to pick up. All these games I'm probably going to pick up because they just look so interesting. And yeah. And next game is The Last Guardian, which is actually coming out this year, I believe. The Last Guardian is made by the people that made Shadows of the Colossus, which was a really good PS2 game. And yeah, it's just, this game has been, like, rumored for years. And when they announced it at the last E3 2015, it was, like, amazing. It was like they're finally getting to making it. So yeah. Next game is Horizon Zero Dawn. They spent a pretty good amount of time on this. Like, they showed like 10 minutes of gameplay, I believe. I don't know. It looks pretty good. Again, I might pick it up. And then they showed off Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And I was just like, oh my gosh, a Resident Evil game. I heard the last few Resident Evil games, like Resident Evil 6, wasn't that good, but I have a feeling Resident Evil 7 will be really, really, really good. Like, I played the demo of it, which is out on the PS Store right now, and it's not that bad. And VR games, I'm definitely going to get a VR if I get the money. Like, I'm probably going to ask for a VR for Christmas because of the games that are coming out for it. First thing, they're coming out with a Battlefront VR, a Batman VR, and Final Fantasy 15 for VR. Like, when I saw these games coming out for the VR, I was sold. Like, I'm getting a VR. Like, yeah. And then Infinite Warfare. At first, when the trailer released, like, I was getting, like, mixed feelings. But, it kind of grew on me. Like, at first, I'm like, but, yeah. And then Modern Warfare Remastered. But yeah, don't you find it weird that Modern Warfare Remastered kind of looks better in, like, graphics wise to Infinite Warfare? I mean that's just me. That's just my opinion. And then Crash Bandicoot Remastered, it's like a remake of the original games. I did upload my own reaction, which will be in the description below. That was the highlight of this year for me. Definitely. I'm such a big Crash Bandicoot fan. I'm so glad that they got it back. I'm so glad that he's coming back. But what really was a buzzkill was Crash and Skylanders. I'm just like, what? But, over time, I just grew to accept it. Like, I just grew to accept the fact that it's in Skylanders. And, it actually will be, it's great that it's in Skylanders because, it gets a chance for a new generation to grow up with Crash. And, yeah. And then the next game is Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding. it's a pretty interesting game, I have to admit. I mean, once we see like actual gameplay, it wasn't really like a gameplay. It was like a teaser trailer. I think once we see gameplay, I probably will be sold on it. Right now, it just seems weird to me. I don't know. And then Insomniac Games is coming out with a new Spider-Man game, which I'm really hoping it's like the Spider-Man games on the PS2, like Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, because I really, really loved the Spider-Man games on the PS2. So I'm really hoping that they don't mess it up. And I hope this is a good Spider-Man game. But yep. So my overall score on the whole conference is an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty decent conference. And Sony's I felt like something was lacking. Like I just left that conference and I'm like just like it felt lacking. And I think it's because that they didn't show Crash gameplay, like the Crash remake gameplay. They didn't show gameplay of that, which was I was pretty bummed out about, but I mean, hey, at least it's confirmed. And yeah, I liked Sony's conference. I liked how they focused more on the games. They didn't spend too much time talking about the games. They just showed them back to back, which I really, really loved how they did that. Like they didn't like go off for 5 minutes talking about a game. Instead, they like showed it back to back, which I thought was really, really cool. But yep, that's my E3 2016 recap and thoughts and opinions. Comment down what did you think of the E3 conference as a whole. Until then, I am TM Tanae here. Sorry if this was kind of like a long video. If you watched it all the way through, you are the real MVP, I tell you that. But yep, until then, I am TM Tanae here. Thank you guys for all the support lately. And yeah, peace out.